Good evening and welcome to our Covenant Healthcare sponsored pregame show here on Bay County TV. Jeff Doden and Mike Wasdala along with you, shifted on the fly up here at Pinconning. Got a couple of 1-5 teams that are battling tonight in the homecoming crowd. A little bit of precipitation, but it's always fun around homecoming.
It's always a great time, Jeff, to play football up here in Pinconning during homecoming. And, you know, Spartans feeling good about themselves. Talked to Coach Lavassa for the game. Got a good game plan. Expecting big things from the Spartans tonight.
This time of year, doesn't matter which team, doesn't matter which side of the ball. Health is an issue with these teams.
Yeah, everybody's got the same problems, Jeff. Injuries are always a problem. Here we are in week 7. And, you know, it's just something that you have to deal with, and somebody's going to have to step up, and somebody might have to play a different position tonight. So we'll see how both the Bulldogs and the Spartans handle the injury situation.
Mason View, the top-rated quarterback in the Bay County. He's throwing for over 50%, and he's thrown 6 touchdown passes. He's got some weapons at wide receiver, and tonight it'll be interesting to see if that throw-to-catch ratio will be up or down because of the wet.
Well, the most important person on the field tonight is going to be the referee wiping the ball off, Jeff, making sure it's nice and dry. So, you know, both teams got to play under these conditions. The field's going to be a little slick. Kids will play hard, but you know it's going to have an effect on the outcome of the game. A little bit of wind coming directly out north-northeast right off good old Saginaw Bay, so we'll see how that goes. But you know, it's really not too cold. It's the temperature's fairly nice, but it's a misty rain, just kind of one of those things where it just looks like it's going to be around all night.
It's too bad on a night like this that weather has to be a factor because of the homecoming too. You spend all this time, energy, and maybe a few dollars trying to get all gussied up for tonight. And then your outfit for the weekend can be pretty much trashed.
I saw Mom and her daughter holding the dress up so it didn't drag on the ground and stuff. But you know, it's going to be a fun night. Homecoming's always
St.
fun.
Charles has elected to receive to begin the homecoming game this evening.
We saw them against St. Louis a few weeks ago. They played very well, so I think it's going to be a great effort tonight by the Spartans.
Yeah, they're down to 18 players. So, I mean, when you look at that, health is a factor, stamina is a factor, but these kids have hung tough for 4 quarters in every game that they've played.
Well, don't forget, they're well coached. Dave Varsity does a great job with this squad. So Spartans are ready to play, we're ready to broadcast, and we're going to have some fun on Bay County TV.
Back in a moment with all the game action in just a minute here on Bay County TV.
Where did this rash come from?
Hold on, let me see. Could be bed bugs.
Oh. Mom, Grant says I have bed bugs.
Let's see what the doctor says.
Introducing Covenant Virtual Care. Real-time video doctor visits, e-prescriptions, and follow-up. Now extraordinary care comes to you.
See, it's just poison ivy. Smart pants.
Learn more at covenantvirtualcare.com.
Well, good evening and welcome. It's week number 7 already. Jeff Doden and Mike Wasdala along with you. Yeah, it's proof. It's gone to week 7.
Is it really week 7 already, Jeff? Wow. Going to have a great game tonight. Tri-Valley contest. Pinconning area Spartans. Homecoming night. St. Charles Bulldogs. Both teams coming in with 1 win. It's going to be a great night.
Safransky to kick off. A high deep end over end kick. It's going to be taken on the 15-yard line by the Bulldogs. Nice little hole up the middle, all the way out over the 40, tuckled to midfield. On that return will be Brent Schultz as he gets all the way down to the 49-yard line. Boy, he found a wedge up the middle and made the most of it.
Yeah, it looked like the Red Sea part of there, Jeff. He had a nice lane. He's all the way out to the Pinconning 49-yard line. Great field position for the Bulldogs to start the game.
Another great Bay Metro crew. Dennis Kraft runs it. And we got Dale Brown on the backside as the back judge. So they're the bookends on this crew of 5. Monty Stewart, one of the officials as well. So it should be a well-officiated game tonight. Hopefully they're all dry when it's said and done. They're dressed for it as best they can.
I don't think that's going to happen. But, you know, it's really not raining hard, just kind of a mist.
Split backs in the backfield right now. Shotgun quarterback, motion to the near side of the field. They fake the jet sweep, go right up the middle for a gain of about 4 yards as the Spartan defense finally gets in on number 33. That is Jackson Diffin.
Diffin on the carry for the Bulldogs.
He got 3 yards downfield before he ran into any contact.
Well, and talking to Coach Levasseur, Jeff, they're kind of like ground chuck, the Bulldogs. They like to run the football, so this will be a good test for that defensive line of Pinconning area.
Whenever you can pick up 4 on first down, that's good for your playbook.
Last tackle.
As it's 2nd down and 6 from the 45-yard line of the Pinconning area Spartans. Fake with the jet sweep again. Quarterback on the keeper. He rambles forward for about another 3 yards.
Michael Pratt.
That's Pratt. Pratt is met defensively by the Pinconning area Spartans, amongst others.
Briggs.
Briggs.
With the tackle for Pinconning.
And the big fella's going to have a big night tonight to stuff down the run.
Yeah, both teams, Jeff, coming in with 19 players tonight, so a little bit short, some injuries on both squads, so we'll see what happens throughout the football game.
That'll be even sledding in the 4th quarter for the first time this year, maybe for both clubs. So 3rd down and 2, hand off to the big fullback, number 30 on the play, and he goes absolutely nowhere. I don't have a number for that young man.
Brock Boudry on the tackle brings up 4th and 3 for the Bulldogs.
4th down and 3. Apparently the PA announcer didn't have it either, but Boudry with a nice run.
Carry for the Bulldogs.
Don't know a name of that young man. We'll see if we can't get that in just a couple of minutes. 4th and 2, you're kind of at no man's land here. Looks like they may try and go for it, or are they just going to try and draw the defense offside?
Yeah, they might. I think they're going to try to go for it, Jeff. But again, you got to take the weather into consideration. You got to switch football. Let's see what the Bulldogs do on 4th down and 2.
Wing to the near side, wide receiver to the far side. There's a little exchange problem. Pulling forward, he fell short of the first down marker. He may have tripped over as Pratt tripped over his own feet and is going to end up a yard short, and the ball will go over to the Pinconning area Spartans.
And you saw with the weather, it's starting to rain a little bit harder, Jeff. He had a hard time with the snap, so this is a big opportunity for the Spartans at their own 40-yard line. What a great confidence booster for the defense and some inspiration for the offense coming out on that 4th and short.
3 and out on your first series, or 4 and out. And the Pinconning area Spartans will start in great field position with 9:47 left in a scoreless first quarter. This is going to be a lot of fun to see what the Spartans can do. Spartans will run just enough throw into the mix so that they won't be able to load up on the run.
Got 3 trips, bunch side to the wide side, Jeff, near to the sideline wide out. So typical Coach Levasseur starting the game wide open.
We have a flag on the play.
We might have somebody in the neutral zone from St. Charles.
Yep.
Encroachment against the Bulldogs.
So that will give a free 5, and boy, you got to love to start it out on 1st and 5.
I tell you, you get them 4th and short, you stop and get a penalty on your first offensive play, gain 5 yards without snapping the ball. Looks like Spartans are going to have a good night.
They run the same formation. Looks like they're going to try the same play with trips to the wide side of the field. Are they going to go bubble? Trying to cut to the outside. View's going to bang forward, but he just drops his shoulder and finishes with an extra 2.
And on the tackle, number 17, Logan Erskine for the Bulldogs. But, you know, we've watched that young man mature over the years, Jeff. He has gotten big, spent some big time in the weight room, and he is a load. He just ran over the Bulldog Erskine, so a good gain, 2nd down and 3 for the Spartans.
Something that not many people think about. The officials are going to have a tough time tonight trying to find a non-eaten up portion of the field as the handoff goes to the Pinconning area Spartans. Number 23, Briggs.
On the carry, that's enough.
He's tiptoeing because he knows if you try a big cut, you're going to lose your footing.
Yeah, that's, you know, no one had a great game against St. Louis, Jeff, when we were up here. So that's a go-to type running back. That's a nice first down for the Spartans. A lot of positive things here early for Pinconning.
On their first drive, they're already into St. Charles territory. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line of the St. Charles Bulldogs. As View again waits for confirmation from the sidelines. They ride up in a basic formation, and then they look over to get confirmation. Everybody looks to their wristband. And now with a single back and trips. Briggs again looking for running room. Might have picked up a yard on the inside. Really not a room there.
On the carry.
As the defenses were led on the play by number 33, it looks like Giffen.
Yeah, Giffen with a nice tackle. We'll call it 2nd down and 9. But you can see the Spartans are trying to establish that run game here early in the first quarter, Jeff.
With trips here to the near side of the field, you always can watch for the bubble screen. And the bubble screen is there. The bubble screen was perfectly set up on the play and losing their feet.
Yeah, Hunter McGillen was the intended receiver, and if he had a lot of real estate in front of him, he was going to run a long ways. But, Slick out there, he fell. Third down and long for the Spartans. See what Coach Vassar has up his sleeve.
Boy, because the inside slot just ran a flag clearing out that area, and you had 2 receivers and 2 defenders, and that was all that was back there. McGillen could have taken that one to the house had he been able to stay on his feet.
I agree. He had a long ways to go.
View back to pass. He's going to throw that ball down the middle, and just an absolute job of hog tying. And I think the defensive back realized he was beaten. If that pass was complete, that was 6. They'll take a 15-yard penalty instead of the potential for 6, but that ball was overthrown, wouldn't have been complete.
Yeah, View put it out there, but nice job by their receiver. Kind of sold it a little bit, but the Bulldog defender had him on the backside and kind of pulled him around, so that was an easy call for the officials. Another big first down for Pinconning.
All the way down to the 33-yard line of the St. Charles Bulldogs. And again, first opportunity tonight for a mistake by the defense, and we'll see if the offense can take advantage.
It's going to be real important that you take advantage of these, Jeff. With this type of weather, you get into the end zone. It's going to be a low-scoring game, so you got to take advantage of everything you get tonight.
Field conditions will not be any better in the game than they are right now. View on the rush, trying to get to the outside, and absolutely stonewalled by the defense, Mike. There was no hole there. He tried to slide to the outside, and defensive back just too quick, grabbed him around the ankles.
Yeah, I didn't see the tackle, but good penetration by the defensive line by number 17, Logan Erskine, for the Bulldogs. He's had a great first quarter so far for St. Charles. Second down and 13. And that's okay. They're doing some good things. So, you know what? To get them on the next play, live for another down.
7:25 and counting left in our first quarter of play. Looks like ground chuck is going to be the order of the night. I don't know how much success anybody's going to have through the air, but you got to throw occasionally just to keep people honest. On the inside, that pass is tipped away by number 30. Again, we don't know who that young man is, but he's made 2 nice plays in this game.
Yeah, he has played a real nice game. And again, can't get to the quarterback, Jeff. You always put your hands up. And they batted that pass down. So third down and 13 for the Spartans.
They're almost going to have to go to the air here on 3rd and 13. 3rd and 13 means 3s are wild, and I think McGillen is going to be your target for this pass.
There you go. Very well said, my friend. On your A game early, brother.
He's in the slot on the wide side of the field, as he is the wide slot. So we'll keep an eye on him on 3rd down. There's McGillen. They're going to try and set up the screen on the backside. Trying to turn around the corner is View. Is he going to be able to throw that football downfield? He does throw that ball. Unfortunately, in the neighborhood is number 2 on the plays, Mays. So Mason View did everything he could until the last second. They really tried to sell that flanker screen on the wide side so they could come back to the screen on the near side, but the defense definitely had it sniffed out.
Yeah, they had good communication by the Bulldogs, Jeff, and good smart play by Mason View. He saw Mays coming across the field, knew he was going to get tackled, so he kind of throw it out in the area. So 4th down and long for the Spartans. They're going to have to kick it away.
We'll play a little field position here. As if they can get a good exchange, they should be able to trap them down somewhere between the 10 and 15-yard line.
That ball's going to be slick when it gets in the air, Jeff. So this is good call by Coach Vassar.
A little pooch kick, and it just has a little bit too much life. Goes 5 yards deep into the end zone. 6 and 56 left in our first quarter of play. No score between the Pinconning area Spartans and the St. Charles Bulldogs.
Right now we're going to play between the 20 and the 20, Jeff. So rain's coming down just a touch harder, and Bulldogs will get their second possession.
Still trying to get some confirmation on who that number 30 might be, so I sent the Hawk Jared down there. We'll call him Scoop tonight, as he's going to try and get the info for us and for the public address announcer. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line, though, for the Bulldogs from St. Charles with their second offensive possession. Split backs in the backfield, trying to slide up the middle. Maybe a couple of yards, almost looks like a rugby scrum, as the defense interior from the Pinconning area Spartans being stingy early on.
Yeah, nice job by the Spartans, Jeff. The defensive line slowing them up. That was number 77. That was Brock Beaudry for the Spartans, having a nice game so far tonight. Give him 2 yards, 2nd down and 8 for the Bulldogs.
Again, the first quarter flying. We're about halfway through that first quarter. 6:20 and counting left in our first quarter. Jeff Doden and Mike Wasdala, glad to have you along. It's homecoming at Pinconning, and it's raining. So not the ideal night for it. Again, back to pass, rolling to the wide side of the field. The pass is up in the air and nearly picked off. I'll tell you, great defensive pursuit. Never allowed that play to develop.
Boy, hit number 30 right in the back of the noggin, Jeff. But again, good communication on that screen pass. Very fortunate the Bulldogs are that pass didn't get picked off. In a great situation, 3rd down and long for the Bulldogs. If they have to punt on the way, Spartans will come away with great field position.
If they can stop them short of the first down, yeah, they should be starting somewhere around the 45 or midfield. So we'll find out what happens here on a big 3rd down and 8 to go situation with split backs in the backfield again. Wide receiver to the far side of the field. Motion to the near side now. And there's a bad snap, and down goes the quarterback with that bad footing. And that is number 11, Pratt. And he first had to fight a high snap, and second, then he had to push forward, and he lost his footing.
Well, and you know what, Jeff? It's just the rain. The rain is coming down big time again right now. I know I keep saying it, but it's getting a little bit heavier, and that field is slick. So you're almost at the point right now during a punt like this, you just kind of just let them punt it, take it where it's at, and be smart when you're trying to catch the football.
Jackson Diffrin is that number 30. Scoop Doan was right all over it. He went down there and he said, I demand answers. And we'll get Un Lapis and we'll put it down on our sheet. Here is going to be a little bit of an Australian-style kick. McGillen is back at midfield, and boy, that takes a nice St. Charles roll and goes out of bounds at the 44-yard line. It'll be another great starting field position. 1st and 10 for the Pinconning area Spartans as I spit it out.
Jackson Diffin on our program, Jeff, was number 33, so we'll make that change. He's had a good game so far, but good field position for Pinconning. And you look at the way things are going, Jeff, it's going to be a game of field position for both these squads tonight.
Well, they've got a 30 and a 33 on the field, so I don't know. We're just going to go with 30 being Diffin. But they told us it was Jackson, so unless they've got somebody else with 33, we're still perplexed.
Well, that doesn't take much.
You are oh so correct. 4 yards better start than Pinconning's first offensive possession. Twice blessed with good field position to start that possession.
Yeah, that's a very good field position. Coach Lavasser's got the play, and he's got this team spread out a little bit. So the two backs in the backfield, this is going to be that game of field position, and just got to hang on to the rock tonight, Jeff.
Boy, I'm going to tell you what, you got McGillen on the inside. His view cuts to the outside. He's trying to turn the corner, and great defensive speed by Pratt just kept him from going around the corner. I think when you see McGillen out there, Gwiz, when you've got man with the safety rotating to the other side, you got to take a peek.
Hunter's had a great game when we were here for St. Louis. He's a threat out there. They got to get him the rock. A loss of 2 on the play, 2nd and 12 for the Spartans.
This game, the way it's unfolding, could be the first team to score, could be the winner.
You're absolutely right. We don't need overtime tonight, do we?
Nay. No, we'll get her done in regulation. Somebody's going to hit pay dirt. Twins to the near side and twins to the far side. View out of the quarterback with an offset back. Back to throw. He's got a wide open receiver, and that ball is underthrown. View was hit just as he tried to pass the ball.
13 for Pinconning.
That looked like LaFrance in there on the hit. And so it will bring up a 3rd down and 12 to go situation. Pinconning had a couple of receivers open. It's just that was an errant pass due to the pressure defensively.
Yeah, Mason didn't have much time to throw the football. The ball was thrown to Dysevich, and he couldn't come up with it. A little bit short. 3rd down and long for the Spartans in a briskly played first quarter.
4:25 left of that first quarter. Again, offset back. Now with trips to the near side. Again, watch McGillen as they rotate the safety over to be that third person. some time to throw the football. The pass is thrown behind the intended receiver, Hunter McGillen, and it's going to be 4th down in another punting situation. As both teams look a little frustrated early on because of the footing.
Yeah, Tyler Hodges on the coverage, Jeff, but you're right. The footing is not real good right now for either squad, so Spartans will punt it away. But you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking one of these times, one of these punts, they're going to have Muffet. It's too slick. Somebody's going to jump on it.
I tell you, Swami Guizdala's coming up with a little early prognostication here. I'm going to mark that down. View is back to kick that ball. Boy, he's going to get a tremendous roll out of a ball that went about 4 foot off the ground all the way down to the 20-yard line. So for the third time this game, with still 4:11 left in the first quarter, St. Charles goes on offense.
Very fortunate that didn't get blocked, Jeff, but it got a good roll. St. Charles will start their third possession of the football game at their own 20-yard line. And again, you look at the rain, Jeff, it's coming right out of the northeast, and it's kind of like sheets coming all the way across the field, kind of coming right at us. And it's tough out there tonight for these kids.
It is really tough conditions, and you're right. It's going to be a mistake leading to the first score, I believe.
First time all year, I've been right.
Well, you're not right yet, but I think your prognosticating is right on.
I can see it.
Pratt out of the shotgun with split backs in the backfield again. Wide receivers split to both sides. Pinconning looking like they're coming with pressure. And we have got offsides on the offense. Somebody lined up in the neutral zone for St. Charles for the second time, one on either side of the ball.
You don't see that very often, Jeff. So it'll be a 5-yard penalty, 1st and 15 for the Bulldogs. And that's a tough break. But, Spartans got to take advantage of this. The step is so hard right now. And like you said earlier, you got to try to find a place on the football field where there's some good turf. And that's going to be hard to do by second quarter.
Yeah, in the middle of the field, too, between the hashes is going to get tore up in a hurry. The officials are going to have to bring the ball to the hash as much as they can to try and use some field so it's not totally ripped up. That tries to be the jet sweep to the wide side of the field. That was going to number 21 on the play, and that is Schultz. And he went nowhere but backwards as the penetration from Pinconning stifled that play.
Yeah, that was a nice job by the defensive back. I think that was number 18.
Joey Knapp with the
Knapp with the tackle coming up and doing really quick loss of some yardage. It's going to be second down and 20 for the St. Charles Bulldogs.
Boy, the defense for Pinconning just frothing right now as they're going to try and pin their ears back and see if they can pin them a little deeper into their own end. 3-step drop and a pass on the outside. Great job defensively by the Pinconning area Spartans as Knapp gets out there defensively and makes it just a modest gain by Brett Schultz.
Nice breakdown on the tackle by Knapp and Horath and the whole gang. They kind of broke down, didn't let the receiver get outside, got him back inside, brought him to a lot more green jerseys. Nice job by those kids.
At Dysowitz, I thought it was 16, was certainly the first man there, but when you can hold them to a 4-yard gain, it's 3rd down now and 17 yards to go, you got to play a little prevent to keep things in front of you so that you can force another potential pass. They're coming to the near side of the field on the jet sweep, and they are gingerly rolling forward, trying to come to the outside and absolutely stymied by the Pinconning area Spartan. McGillen defensively was there in a hurry.
McGillen and Dysowitz was there again, Jeff. Dysowitz came up, did a nice job. 4th down and long for the Bulldogs. They're going to have to punt it away again.
They're going to get great position on the field again. Now, when you have got a right-footed kicker and he runs that Australian style, you might put somebody out here slanted just a little bit wider so that they could keep him from taking that extra 2 or 3 steps potentially from getting that extra roll off the kick. We'll see if they can make an adjustment as Knapp is out here. So it's exactly what they did, and that ball sailed out of bounds. It's going to be probably, they're just going to roll back until about the 39-yard line is going to be my guess.
Flags out of bounds, it'll be.
Oh, my. I thought that they were going to get a little better than that, but I think they'll take it. I think Pinconning's won the field position battle here in the first quarter.
And like we said earlier, that's going to be the key to this whole football game, Jeff. If the weather continues, doesn't look like it's going to stop. It's coming down even harder now. But again, good field position. You know what? And you got to keep doing your game plan. You got to keep running the football. You got to keep passing the football.
Boy, look down on the sidelines. Who's the ball boy tonight?
Is that Bones out there again? Yeah. He came up and said hi to us.
Well, he knew he'd get a little airtime for his effort, so here's Briggs. Briggs gets up a nice gain on the play. He picks up about 8 yards down inside the 38, down to about the 37.
On the carry.
So really adjusted to the first couple runs. A little shorter, choppier steps, trying to keep his balance.
Kyle Gangler on the tackle for the Bulldogs, Jeff. You're right. You got to run a little bit different. And back in the old days, we go in the locker room before the game and put the long spikes on. You can't do that anymore because they're not removable.
You can't get caught.
They're not removable anymore, are they? I'm not sure.
It looks like the ball carrier is going to be Briggs again, and he picks up first down yardage before he's brought down by number 33 on the play. And that's Diffin.
That's enough for a Spartan.
Nice run right there by Briggs, Jeff. And you know what? Just getting that 2 plays in the first down is a lot of confidence right now for the Spartans.
Inside the last minute in the first quarter, Mike, and I think on this series, the Spartans have made an offensive adjustment and been able to pick up 2 pretty good chunks of yardage in successive plays.
Coaches saw something up here in the press box, Jeff, and they made an adjustment, and kids are doing a nice job blocking on the run game.
Twins to the near side. Now they're going to go with trips to the near side of the field with a single to the wide side. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. View's got room up the middle. He bangs forward for about 4 yards down to the 28-yard line. And your simple math says 4 yards at a crack is going to put you in the end zone.
Well, what they did is they brought Mason View over on the wideout, Jeff, and they put Hunter McGillen in the Wildcat. He took the snap, and View was a wide receiver on the trips to the near side of the field. So a little bit of a new wrinkle for the Pinconning area Spartans.
We're going to take a break at the end of our first quarter. No score. Spartans on the move. Back for the second quarter in just a minute here on BCTV. Village Towing and Auto Repair of Kaukaulin and Bay City is here to help you in your hour of need with fast and friendly service. With over 30 years of towing experience, we know how to get the job done quickly and safely. From big to small, we do it all. Give us a call at 989-684-9607 for all your towing needs. Back here ready to rock for the second quarter, Jeff Doan and Mike Wasdala along with you. Jared Doan is producing and directing tonight. Natalie Doan is on the camera tonight. They may switch spots, but, you know, our big boy is up doing a little bow hunting or grouse
hunting.
Here's another great run. As Briggs bangs forward, he's down to the 15. We got a little yellow hanky on the field, though.
Blake Schumann
the carrier.
Carry for Pinconning. They're going
to have holding on offense.
Jeff, I want to say congratulations to the senior class here at Pinconning Area High School. They were the 2018 homecoming float winner. So congratulations to the senior class of Pinconning area.
Indeed. Yep, you hope that the floats even look halfway decent at the half, because we know with all this rain, that holding penalty really amounts to only being about a 4 to 5 yard penalty because of where it happened on the field.
The big fellas on the right side of the line, Jeff, are doing a real nice job blocking for McGillen and View. So they found something on that defensive line for the Bulldogs.
2nd down and 12. Schumann going up the middle. He's able to get by the first one down to the 31-yard line, a gain of almost 4 on the play. We are going to have a 3rd down situation and about 9 yards to go, as Schumann now has taken over and had the last few snaps at the halfback. As between he and Briggs both running well tonight. Briggs here on the sidelines. Hopefully he's all right, just getting a little blow.
Chase Young on the tackle for the Bulldogs. 3rd down and 9, Jeff. Just underway here in the second quarter. It's homecoming night here in Pinconning.
It's a beautiful night for football. View on the outside tries to get rid of that ball. Trying to maybe make a play before he had his hands on it was Hunter McGillen, and it was well defended anyway.
Yeah, that was a tough pass for Mason. He had to throw across his body. Incomplete pass, 4th down and long for the Spartans. See what Coach Ravassa is going to do. He looks like he might be going for it. He might be doing a quick kick also.
Well, you know, a quick kick, if you don't keep it on the field, you only really gain 11 or 12 yards of real estate because that'll come out to the 20-yard line. I was thinking Pinconning was hoping to at least get 4 or 5 yards out of that 3rd down play and make it a much more manageable, but 4th down and 9 with trips here to the near side of the field. They've got 3 defenders with the safety up top. He's got time to throw the football this time. Downfield he goes, just out of the outstretched fingertips of Hunter McGillen. Boy, that's one he wants back.
Well, it was a nice pass right over the top of the linebacker in front of the defensive back. Mason had a little mustard on that one, Jeff, but that was a good throw. You know, you think about it on a different night, that might have been an incomplete or a complete pass, excuse me.
I'm going to tell you what, had some zip on it, but great touch as he put that over the defensive back in the only position it could be caught without anything negative or bad happening.
Yeah, that was a very nice pass. He had time to throw. And you know what? Even for a quarterback, Jeff, going back there and trying to set up, you know, and trying to plant and step forward, it's a little slick out there. So he did a nice job there.
Spoken like a true ex-quarterback. This is Dippin coming forward right now as he picks up about 3 yards.
McConnell on the carry.
Oh, they're going to call it McConnell. So they must have gotten some information.
McGillen and Dysowitz in on the tackle.
I'm trying to look to see if McConnell is on there with a different name, and he is not. So the McConnell must be the information.
Norman and McGillen in on the tackle.
All right. So we'll put McConnell down on your sheet now for number 30, if we can do that through the rain-soaked sheet. 2nd down and 6 yards to go. Pratt out of the shotgun. Looks like they mishandled that in the backfield. He went to hand that thing off. There was nobody there. That could have been the intended fake on the play. Pinconning wanted nothing to do with that fake. They were all over Pratt.
Yeah, Michael Pratt, the left-handed quarterback, he just didn't have anywhere to go. Good pressure by the defensive line. He had to just kind of duck under, get what he can. 3rd and 7 for the Bulldogs.
Pratt was actually lucky. He picked up 4 or 5 yards, stumbling and bumbling forward to keep it from being the 3rd and 10 or 11.
Yeah, that was a nice job by Michael to get through there. But again, another long 3rd down for the Bulldogs. Just tough for both teams tonight right now, Jeff.
Well, again, field position in this game so far has belonged to the Pinconning area Spartans. Pratt back to throw. He's banging into his own people, trying to come forward. Caught from behind, and it'll be 4th down and 5. I'll tell you what, he gets by them. He had a whole lot of real estate open.
Yeah, the Spartans are very lucky. Number 26 or 16, Schumann with the tackle. He had nothing but real estate to the end zone, so Schumann did a nice job. Again, here's where you got to be smart, Jeff, with the weather. You know, you got to make sure you get it. If you don't like it, get away from it and live for 1st down.
But I am looking right now out in the field, and I am seeing that Dysowitz, or Dysevich, excuse me, is how they're telling us it is going to go wide, and he is going to force that punter to kick the ball a couple of steps earlier than he wants to. We'll see how that goes. Hope Dysowitz doesn't do anything. They've get the kick off. It's another kick off the side of the foot, and that is going to just be rolled down to the 33-yard line. McGillen's just got to yell fire and have everybody get away.
Oh, yeah, that was a smart play by McGillen. Just let it die right there. Good field position and a smart play by that young man.
Well, and this is the worst starting field position that Pinconning has had tonight, and it's still not too bad. 8-22 left in a scoreless first half. It's cruising by. We've had some long ones this year, so this is a little different than we're used to.
I think a couple games this year we put head to pillow about 10:30, quarter to 11 in the at night. So, yeah, this one's flying by.
Yeah, we had to bring the sleeping bag with us. Trying to come to the near side of the field. Great move to the inside for a gain of about 3 yards out to the 37-yard line by Briggs. Again, Briggs looks like he's able to take shorter, choppier steps and be able to make that first cut upfield.
Yeah, Erskine in again on the tackle, Jeff, but a nice gain. A gain of 3. Coach Beisel always said, you get me 3 on the first 3 times, I'm going for it on 4th down. So 3, 3, and 3 and 1, there's your first down.
Ball boy is in view right now. Boo. It's Bones down there. And he's got that all-important towel trying to keep the ball, that pigskin, dry.
Couldn't pick a better man.
As they come into motion right now, we're going to have movement on the offense. Wide receiver to the near side of the field, anticipated the snap. And boy, he's just anxious to get downfield and get a block.
Yeah, going to be 2nd down and about 12 for the Spartans, Jeff. And again, it's just one of those things that give gray hair to coaches or no hair. Those little detailed things on the football field that just drive you kind of crazy.
What's too bad is McGillen's jet sweep looked like it had a chance to do something big.
That kid's a good football player. I really like the way he plays. Very smart, good vision, and he's not afraid to deliver a hit when he's carrying the football.
We'll find out now as they do twins to the wide side and a single wide receiver to the near side. In motion he comes again. As they give the ball to View. View rolls forward and picks up about 3, but tough sledding for yardage right there.
Yeah, that was really tough, Jeff. And you look where they're placing the football, right in the middle of the field. Not a lot of turf right there. So, you know what? You got to deal with it. 3rd down and 9 for the Spartans. This big play right here.
What I always stressed to my crew when I was white hatting, in conditions like this, you wanted to bring the ball to the hash mark as close to it as you could to preserve some of the life of the middle of the field so the whole ball game's not being played between the hashes.
The groundskeeper come Monday is going to have a nice little job trying to get this field back into shape, Jeff.
There's only one more home game this year, but boy, they'll be tearing it up by the end of the night. View's going to throw that ball downfield. It's overthrown. A little miscommunication there between View and McGillen, as that's going to be 4th down and certainly not in an area that Pinconning is going to be interested in trying to go for it.
Yeah, McGillen zigged when View thought he was going to zag, so they're going to have to punt it away. He did a little 15 and in. He was wide open, Jeff, but they just didn't communicate, so Spartan's going to have to punt it away.
Boy, down here at the 40-yard line might be somebody that we're familiar with on the sidelines.
I'm not sure who that is. Oh.
Is that Mr. View? We'll have to check that out and see. It's 4th down punting situation. As View is back in that formation, he's going to get the kick off, and that's going to float downfield. And that ball's down in the ground. First turnover of the game. Looks like the Pinconning area Spartans may have it. No indication yet. Dual possession is going to give that ball to St. Chuck's. But they're trying to talk things over right now. And they're going to say that ball goes over to the Pinconning area Spartans. And that is a thing as a return man, Mike, you cannot come down and try and make a shoe stop grab on that.
Not in this type of weather, Jeff. He tried to come up and he was just right down at his ankles. He burped it up. Good field positions for the Spartans. And you're exactly right. That's the superintendent of Pinconning area schools on the sidelines underneath the umbrella, Mike View.
Yep, he rolled down. He says, I got a little better spot here. I'll be on that little strip that doesn't have grass on it.
One of the good ones.
He is a great individual, and boy, under his tutelage up here, the program and the facilities and everything have really taken a great step forward. 1st down, 10 yards to go. View with a nice job of reeling in the ball. He throws that thing late across the middle, and it's incomplete. Whew, I'll tell you, 101 quarterback and going late over the middle will lead to disaster a whole bunch of the time.
Spartans very fortunate right there, Jeff, that didn't get picked off. So they're going to be 2nd down and 10. Coach Vassar talking to Mason View. And the incomplete pass. Lucky are the Spartans right now. But I'd rather be lucky than good sometimes.
Yep, and tonight that pass might have a better chance of getting through only because it's wet and the dry conditions. That might have been a pick. 2nd down and 10, perfect situation for the draw. And did not get through the neutral zone. View back at the 48-yard line as he is hit by that number 30. And what do we got for a name for that?
McConnell. McConnell's, he's had a good game tonight, Jeff. For not knowing his name, he's had a really good football game. Boy, tough break for the Spartans. Mason lost his view. They're going to be a long ways. They're going to go almost. Although, they just hit Bones right in the noggin with the football, did the ref.
Check the football out. I'd be more worried about the football than I would Bones' noggin. He is a man of all seasons. It's third down now, and it's about 18 yards to go for the Pinconning area Spartans. And they have really got to come up with a play here, Mike, where they can hopefully get at least 8 or 9 out to have an opportunity on fourth down. As View's got a single back with trips again. Now we change the snap count, and we pick up a free 5.
Take him any way we could get him, Jeff. And nice job by View making that alternate snap count. So they'll get 5 yards. Now it'll be third down and about 13, a little more manageable. Might put them in fourth down territory depending on this play.
I think what it does with that free 5, Mike, is it changes your play call on third down. If they can run a play now where they could even pick up 5 or 6, they're going to be in a position where they'll be able to go for it on fourth down.
You have been listening over there. You are coachable.
As they run trips again. Again, only 2 defenders out on 3 offensively. And we're going to have timeout Pinconning. They were trying to show a different look. We'll take a break and be back in a moment as well here on Bay County TV. AAA Transport and Limousine is the Great Lakes Bay region's most reliable and requested transportation service. For over a decade, we have been helping our clients to get to their destination on time, in style, and comfort. AAA's services include non-emergency medical transport, wheelchair accessible, school transportation, and shuttle services. We strive to provide exceptional customer service and tailor our fleet to meet your individual needs. Rest assured that you are in safe hands when you ride with AAA Transport and Limousine. To set up your next appointment, give us a call at 989-893-8294. Back at a third down and 13-yard to go situation. Jeff Toden, Mike Wisdala along with you. As we'll find out what this timeout yields for the Pinconning area Spartans and that big play that they've got. Nice run up the middle. And that is down to the 22-yard line. Schumann with an awesome run that time. He was tripped up 2 or 3 times, was able to regain his footing and make 15-yard gain.
Nice call by Coach Lavassa right there, Jeff. They were probably thinking pass. Nice blocking by the offensive line. Big first down for Pinconning area.
Boy, that's a huge chunk of real estate to pull on 3rd and 13, moving those sticks down at the 23-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Pinconning area Spartans. View has Schumann in the backfield. Schumann with another hole. Schumann cuts to the outside. He's at the 10. He's down to the 6, 5, 4, 3. They're going to put him out at the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for Pinconning. What a great cut to the outside. But, Mike, he cut to the freshest part of grass on the field.
Yeah, that was a great turf out there, Jeff, and he got around that corner, showed a little bit of speed, did Schumann. Great blocking, and again, great vision by that young man. Didn't see anything on the inside, cut it outside. Nice job by the offensive line.
Plus, you got the best hint of the field here on the near side of the field. It hasn't been really chewed up like the other stuff has, just inside the 5, 1st down and goal for the Pinconning area Spartans. View back out of the shotgun. He gives that ball once again to Schumann. He's down to about the 2-yard line before he's brought down. So he picks up a nice chunk of yardage again, and the offensive line is really starting to make some holes and move the defense.
We had a good look at that hole from way up here, Jeff. That was a nice job by the offensive line. Schumann read it. Bulldogs did a nice job closing, but 2nd down and goal for Pinconning.
Schumann, after 3 good runs in a row, comes off the field. They bring Briggs back on the field, trying to keep the backs fresh.
That's not a bad switch. Schumann for Briggs, Briggs for Schumann. That's nice. Fresh legs.
Briggs and Schumann, that just sounds like a good motor. They're going to hand that ball up. 3, 2, 1. He's into the end zone. It's a Pinconning area Spartan.
Touchdown!
Oh, the big dog Dogs up front made it happen. Swami Guizdala says the first turnover of the game is going to turn into points. And he comes up rubbing that Buddha belly and making it happen.
That's pretty scary, but you know what? That was the key. That was, it was going to happen eventually. Pinconning took advantage of it.
They're going to make an attempt for the extra point. Dysowitz to hold. The exchange is good. The kick is up. It's long enough, and it's good enough. And we got a penalty down where they ran into the kicker. We're going to take time out of the field with 3:46 left in the first. 7-0. Spartans over the Bulldogs. Back in a moment on Bay County TV.
Sports give so many opportunities to kids. It gives them an opportunity to see where they fit within a team, persevere, understanding how to work with different personalities. Those are the lessons that will make you a successful adult. As a mom, you have to have an understanding of what concussions are.
Concussions are things that are treatable. If we take care of athletes, they will be able to develop and have a long, happy, healthy life.
Looks like we've got one lone Bulldog that was down. He was trying to catch signals from the other side, Mike, as he cruised down behind Pinconning, and he said, hey, it's a little lonely down here. What's going on? So they're going to do a high deep end over end kick. Going to be taken on the 6-yard lines. It's dropped. Pinconning looks to be all over this. And a nice return actually out to about the 23 as the Spartans finally brought Schultz down on the play.
Dakota Mays with the
Dakota Mays, Jeff, in on the tackle. Dakota, 10th grader. We saw him up here at St. Louis Sharks. He had a nice football game a couple weeks ago. So, again, big touchdown for the Pinconning area Spartans. Not great field position for the Bulldogs right now.
Well, that has been the resounding theme, other than the opening kickoff where they started at the 49-yard line of Pinconning. They've played most of the rest of the first half on their own side of the field. Pratt back to pass. He's going to loft this one downfield, way overthrown, and intended on the play for number 25, Gengler.
Incomplete.
Great defense by Pinconning, not going to allow Gendler to beat him deep.
Yeah, that was really good defensive back play right there by the Pinconning area Spartans, Jeff. I'm waiting to see that young man's number. He's kind of far across the field, but really did a nice job. Both kids battling for the ball. Good no call by the officials, even though it was still overthrown.
Well, the back judge is also a very, very good basketball official, Dale Brown, and he's very proficient at two sports, and it's great to have a crew like that out there with Dennis Kraft leaving it. Again, Pratt going to hand that ball right up the middle, and that is number 30 on the play.
That's McConnell, Jeff,
on the carry
for the Bulldogs, and Horath with a nice tackle. He had some real estate there, Jeff. Horath coming up from that defensive back position. 3rd down. And we're going to call it a long 6 for the St. Charles Bulldogs.
Again, Pinconning has been able to keep the Bulldogs from St. Charles in 3rd and medium or 3rd and long all first half.
This will be a very interesting. They make a stop here, and they'll come away with great field position.
If they make that stop, we'll find out. Trying to come to the near side of the field with a little bit of real estate. And down goes Pratt. As Pratt may have got back to the line of scrimmage. This line judge on this side was looking at what could have been a holding call on a wide receiver.
Oh, Matthew Pirro really got a hold of Pratt and really just took him down with one hand. And again, there's a lot of time left, Jeff. 2:33 Pinconning. Good field position.
And on 4th down and 7, you would think that this is an obvious punting situation, but with probably 2 minutes and 10 seconds by the time this ball is snapped and 2 timeouts, Pinconning should get it around midfield.
The winning number after the next play.
As in punt formation, there's a low snap. It is picked up. They're going to have a kick that's going to be off, and that is going to roll down. Get out of the way, Spartans. They'll get it rolling down to the 41-yard line.
Down near the 40-yard line where it will be 1st and 10 Pinconning. Tonight's winning 50-50.
I feel lucky tonight we're going to win.
200.
Ooh, I'll take $200.
You and I will split 243.
8, 4, 2, 1, 9.
Boy, when they get through the first 3 numbers and you give the tickets to your son and he shakes his head after the first 3, maybe nobody will claim it and they'll redraw.
It's always a pleasure to donate to the high schools of Bay County, Jeff.
And we do it often.
Pretty much every time this year.
Yeah, it's been a few years since we've been able to get back some of our donated dollars, but couldn't go to a better cause.
We love doing it, and we're going to keep doing it. We'll win one of these days. 2037.
As the handoff goes to Briggs, and he is met in the hole by McConnell. And I'm going to tell you what, he straightened him right up.
That was a nice tackle by McConnell. Textbook, no gain. 2nd down and 10 for the Spartans.
Well, I thought you were going to give us one of those, looked like a little Smales action. Boy, McConnell did fill well.
He did a really nice job. Stuck his nose in there. Good, solid, fundamental tackle. 2nd down and 10 for Pinconning.
Pinconning on 2nd and 10 is in a perfect play-action pass mode here with a little skinny post for a big gain. Look at the nice job by View. He gets that thing out. The defense makes a great adjustment. McConnell, it is a beautiful Hunter McGillen catch as he gets both hands under the ball. How about View after that great, big, long play? And I think that we're going to have a timeout by Dave Lavasser. He's going to take it down at the 39-yard line. Back in a moment on Bay County TV.
Over the years, he's put his heart into being your dad. He was always there to fix things. Now that he needs help, don't lose hope. Covenant Center for the Heart is leading the way in minimally invasive heart options for inoperable or high-risk patients, with the first and most comprehensive structural heart disease program in the Great Lakes Bay region. It's extraordinary heart care, close to home.
Back on Bay County TV, Jeff Doan and Mike Wasdala. Natalie Doan is doing the filming. She's doing some of the producing, directing under the watchful eye of Jared Allen Doan. And Nick Page, he's up grousing in the UP.
We tried calling him, but he can't get his phone going.
He's out of range. They're going to send that ball deep. McGillen again. It's 3 against 3 back there. And the ball underthrown, and McGillen just couldn't get back to it.
Yeah, I think that was a good no call there, Jeff. Both kids going for the football. 2nd and 10 for the Pinconning area. Stops the clock with 1:06 in the first half.
Well, Hodges had absolutely picture-perfect defense that time on McGillen.
Textbook. Did a nice job. Turned around and went looking for the football. You don't turn around and look for the football. They're going to call that.
So they're going to shuffle bodies in, bring a play in from the sidelines. And on 2nd down and 10, they've only got one timeout left, but with $1.06 left in the first half, still got time from the 40-yard line. Let's see if they're going to be looking to draw again. View coming to the near side of the field, and there's going to be a holding call on the offensive line, so it isn't going to matter what happens here. When you spin a defensive lineman around, that makes it a pretty easy call for your referee.
No doubt about that call, Jeff. You know, and View had a lot of room to run the football right there. He was going for the big play, but it would have been nullified anyway, holding against the Spartans.
And it's almost assuredly going to be accepted from the spot, which is going to be about the 43-yard line. They're going to go back 10, and that's valuable real estate.
I'm going to put him back in Bulldog territory right at about the 46-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down, but right now, here's a key moment in the football game. You got to hang on to the football, and if you don't like what you see on your pass, throw it out of bounds and live another down.
Well, or eat it, because you've got the lead. And remember, Pinconning gets the opening kickoff in the second half. So, again, when you look from the 30-yard line to the 30-yard line, the in between the hashes is really getting chewed up as McGillen goes in motion to the wide side of the field to bring twins. And they're going to hand that ball off up the middle, and that's probably the best, easiest play. See if the Bulldogs from St. Charles opt for a timeout. I believe they're just going to be content to watch this all go. I would wait until we're down to the last couple seconds. I would just go victory here and take a knee.
Yeah, that's a good call right there, Jeff. 38 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Coming in with the play is Dakota Mays. He'll whisper it in Mason View's ear, and we'll see what the Spartans are going to do.
I would say with around 16 seconds left, you're going to see it's going to be able to come down. They'll be able to take more time than that. He's going to try a pass down the field. He's got a wide open receiver. He makes a miss. He's at the 20, at the 15, at the 10, down down at the 9-yard line with 7 ticks left in the first half. Hero, the big tight end, gets a seam route. Don't start trying to outthink Coach Dave Levasse or Jeff Doan, as Pinconning's going to take a timeout. He just showed us again. We'll take a break and be back in a moment on Bay County TV.
It's another fall Friday night, and your kids should be
playing high school football.
It's a fun game, and it's safer than ever.
It's safe because the rules, the coaching, and the equipment are better than ever before.
As a result, serious injuries are at an all-time low. Seriously.
And builds
strong schools, lifetime memories, and tomorrow's community leaders. And it's mother approved.
It's a great game, and we want to teach it to your kids.
All right, 7 ticks left. Potentially time for 2 plays if you go into the end zone and or go to the sideline.
Yep, Jeff, I think you go into the end zone. I think you throw it in the end zone and see what happens.
Motion to the wide side of the field where there'll be trips. Looks like Mays is the lone wide receiver here to the short side of the field. You know that St. Charles looks like they're going to come with heat. View to the outside. He's got some room to run. He's going to try and run around the corner, and he needed to get rid of that football to live for another down. And there is no time left in the first half. At the end of the first half, Pinconning 7, St. Charles Bulldogs nothing. We'll be back in a minute to put the first half wraps on it. We'll set the stage for the second half right here on Bay County TV.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Back here at the wet half, Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala along with you. And this first half was a game of field position clearly won by Pinconning.
Yeah, Pinconning didn't win the field position, Jeff, in the first half, and it was that big turnover on that punt that we talked about really propelled Pinconning to put it in the end zone about midway through the second quarter, but that was the break that Pinconning was looking for.
Well, and exactly what happened after that second series, Pinconning offensively starting to figure some things out.
Well, the offensive line was doing a nice job at the initial point. Running backs are doing a nice job, good vision, seeing the holes. And they found something on that right side of the defensive line for St. Charles, so they took advantage of it. That is a big 7 points under the weather conditions for the Spartans.
It's going to take a play where somebody slips defensively to turn it into a big play, but other than that, we could have seen the only score in this ball game.
Yeah, you probably will. And the way things are going, St. Charles is really struggling with the football. They can't run it. They're having a hard time passing. Defensive line for Pinconning is doing a nice job. Backers are filling the hole. Defensive backs are doing a nice job covering downfield.
Now, both teams continue to be running out of the shotgun, which is a little surprising to me because the wet ball's been a factor in a lot of snaps in the first half for both teams.
Yeah, it's been pretty much a factor. Mason's doing a nice job throwing the football, having a hard time, but when he gets time and sets up and can really dig in and step forward, he's doing okay.
Back for the second half in just a minute right here on Bay County TV.
Also representing the freshman class is Miss Lakin Shoemaker. Lakin is the daughter of Tom and Lisa Shoemaker. At Pinconning, Lakin is a member of the volleyball team and SAE. Outside of school, Lakin enjoys gymnastics at Perry Woodward and hanging out with her dog, Miss Lakin Shoemaker. Representing the sophomore class this evening is Miss Elena Backus. Elena is the daughter of Mark and Marla Backus. Elena plays volleyball and softball at Pinconning. Outside of school, Elena enjoys spending time with her friends and family. Miss Elena Backus. The second representative of the sophomore class is Miss Lily Lozon. Lily is the daughter of Logan and Ashley Lozon. At Pinconning, Lily is involved in student council, peer mentors, SAE, and drama. Outside of school, Lily enjoys doing makeup, singing, shopping, boating at the lake, and traveling. Miss Lily Lozon. The junior class is represented this evening by Miss Virginia Berger. Virginia is the daughter of Brian and Brandy Berger. At Pinconning, Virginia is involved in student council and peer mentors, as well as being a valuable member of the volleyball and soccer teams. Outside of school, Virginia enjoys travel volleyball, volunteering at church, repping soccer games, and attending sporting events. Miss Virginia Berger. The second representative of the junior class is Miss Morgan Ferguson. Morgan is the daughter of Kyle and Debbie Ferguson. At Pinconning, Morgan is active in student council, peer mentors, and drama, as well as being a valuable member of the soccer team. Outside of school, Morgan enjoys hunting with her dad, watching movies, improving her academics, and watching MSU football with her family. Miss Morgan Ferguson. The following 6 ladies represent the senior class this evening. Each is eligible to be crowned Homecoming Queen 2018. Miss Kelsey Cloutier is the daughter of Eric and Nicole Cloutier. While at Pinconning, Kelsey has been a valuable member of the volleyball team, as well as an active member of the Career Center, Powderpuff Football, and Renaissance. Outside of school, Kelsey enjoys playing travel volleyball and spending time with her friends and family. Upon graduation, Kelsey plans on attending Saginaw Valley State University to pursue a career as a pediatric nurse. Miss Kelsey Cloutier. Miss Megan Kucher is the daughter of Mark and Gretchen Kucher. While at Pinconning High School, Megan has been a valuable member of Student Council, the National Honor Society, Peer Mentors, Rotary Interact, SAE, and Renaissance. Megan has also been a member of the PHS dance and soccer teams. Outside of school, Megan enjoys eating and hanging out with her friends and family. Upon graduation, Megan plans on attending Central Michigan University to pursue a career in psychology. Miss Megan Kucher. Miss Samantha Kowalczyk is the daughter of Andy and Tammy Kowalczyk. While at Pinconning, Samantha has been active in Student Council, the National Honor Society, Peer Mentors, and the United Way. Samantha has also been a valuable member of the volleyball, basketball, and track teams. Outside of school, Samantha enjoys working at Frank's Great Outdoors, reading, volunteering, doing yoga, and going to concerts. Upon graduation, Samantha plans to pursue a political science degree at Michigan State University. Miss Samantha Kowalczyk. Miss Trisha Wendling is the daughter of Timothy Wendling and Diane Wendling. At Pinconning, Trisha has been involved in Student Council, SAE, robotics, and peer mentors. Outside of school, Trisha enjoys taking naps, painting, playing with her cat, and spending time with her friends. Upon graduation, Trisha plans to attend Saginaw Valley State University to pursue a career in psychology. Miss Trisha Wendling. Miss Jaden Boyga is the daughter of Joseph and Michelle Boyga. At Pinconning, Jaden has been a valuable member of the volleyball, softball, and Powderpuff football teams, as well as a member of the National Honor Society. Outside of school, Jaden enjoys playing sports and spending time with her friends and family. Upon graduation, Jaden plans on attending Saginaw Valley State University to pursue a career in nursing. Miss Jaden Boyga. Miss Madeline Janoski is the daughter of Fred and Pam Janoski. While at Pinconning, Maddie has played volleyball and softball, as well as been active in the National Honor Society and peer mentors. Outside of school, Maddie enjoys shopping, playing sports, and spending time with friends and family. Upon graduation, Maddie plans on attending Saginaw Valley State University to pursue a career in the health field. Miss Madeline Janoski. At this time, we are honored to welcome back the 2017 Homecoming Queen, Miss Marissa Lupke. Marissa is the daughter of Eric and Carrie Lupke. Marissa is currently attending Saginaw Valley State University to pursue a career in nursing. The entire student body and staff of Pinconning Area High School voted on Thursday to determine who would receive the honor of being crowned Homecoming Queen 2018. We are privileged to have District Superintendent Mike Bew, High School Principal Brady Palmer with us this evening to help with the crowning ceremony. At this time, we would like to announce the results of balloting held earlier this week. Your second runner-up, Madeline Janoski. Your first runner-up, Jaden Bida. Your 2018 Homecoming Queen, Megan Kuchar.
How's married life? Are you ready to have a baby? Baby, baby. How about that baby? Ooh. I'm not getting any younger.
When you are ready, with the only neonatal intensive care unit in the Great Lakes Bay region, Covenant is the safest place for your delivery. Go to mycovenantbaby.com.
Good evening and welcome back. Jeff Dodd and Mike Wisdala along with you. Natalie trying to do producing, directing, camera under the watchful eye of Jared Doan. We're missing the grouse hunter tonight, but we're having fun at Pinconning.
Oh, we're having a great time, Jeff, and congratulations to the Pinconning Area High School Queen for 2018. Miss Megan Kuchar won the honor tonight, and so she will represent Pinconning for the whole year as their queen, and she'll be back next year to take her crown and give it away. Nice job.
Boy, nice field of 6 finalists. That ball's going to be taken on the 15-yard lines by the Pinconning Area Spartans. Trying to roll upfield, running out of real estate at the 35-yard line. Brought down on the play by Hodges. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Pinconning Area Spartans.
Well, Jeff, the rain has kind of let up a little bit. Went down at halftime, checked a couple things out. Had a nice conversation with Mike Few. It was raining hard when I went down. It has let up, but it's still misty, and the field is still kind of slick.
Well, probably as long a field position as the Pinconning Area Spartans have had to endure the whole game. Is they've really had the better of the two teams in field position. View right now will be here at the near hash. They've got McGillen going to the wide side of the field. Handoff up the middle, just a little bit of real estate, gain of almost 4 yards on the play out to the 40-yard line. It'll be second down and a long 6-yard to go situation for the Spartans.
Nice run by Nolan Briggs, Martian on the tackle for the Bulldogs. But again, a good gain on first down, gain of 4, second down and 6 for the Spartans. Just underway, 7-0, Jeff. Big turnover in the first half. Put points on the scoreboard for Pinconning.
That turnover happened right after you rubbed the Buddha and said, it is time. There's a nice hole up the middle. Running room for the Pinconning area Spartans at the 40, at the 35, at the 20, at the 15-yard line. Finally, touchdown, saving tackle by the Bulldogs as Briggs just rambled down the field. And it looks like Thompson with the touchdown saving tackle.
I think, Jeff, there was a great block by number 18. I couldn't see exactly who it was, but it was a wide receiver coming through the hole. Made a nice block, and Briggs had a lot of real estate. He showed a little bit of wheels getting out there on the outside, extra gear. Big first down for Pinconning.
It is just at the 15-yard line. Again, Mother Nature trying to cooperate just a little bit here at the start of the second half. Not quite a minute into our third quarter. Boy, I'll tell you, something out of nothing. Looked like there was nothing there. A nice job to hop a hole and get over the left tackle and pick up about 2 on the play.
Yeah, Briggs did a nice job. Good vision again by that young man, Jeff. Got a couple yards, second down and 8 for Pinconning.
2 out of nothing certainly is a beneficial deuce that they got. And real estate is certainly at a premium down here at this point of the game on the field. Second down, as Mike just said, and 8 yards to go. Has the Pinconning area Spartans break huddle, and they're going to go with twins to the wide side of the field. Just a single back once again, and that looks like it's Briggs. Briggs had that hole just swallowed up in front of him, Mike. Nowhere to go. Great defensive pursuit by that number 30 again.
McConnell's doing a nice job, Jeff. He's had a good football game here for the Bulldogs. He's kind of like their stalwart for the Bulldogs. No gain on the play, third down and 9 for Penny.
Boy, and you like on second down and 8 to at least be able to pick 2 or 3 up, but the stinginess of the defense for St. Chuck's just shut that play down.
Good thing about this, it's 4-down territory, Jeff, so they're going to have 2 plays at it. Try to get that first down and go goal to goal.
With a little shot to the outside. Pass is complete, but absolutely shut down again by the St. Charles defense. They were not surprised at all by that bubble screen.
Lost some yardage on the play. 4th down and long for Pinconning. Jeff, just underway here in the third quarter. 9:20 to go in the third quarter.
I'm going to start thinking like Coach Levasseur now. There was a reason why that play went that way, so that they can have a run-pass option to the right-handed throwing side of Mason View.
I'll tell you what, you've been listening. You've been listening to the coaches over all these years.
There's hope for the boy.
But I know how you try to second guess, and you've been batting about 0 there for a long time.
Well, that makes me consistent, right, Coach?
And I'm right next to you, too. I don't like to guess on these coaches. They're just too good at their craft.
All right, we'll see what happens. And that thing goes to number 23, Briggs. You could hear that hit all the way up here, Mike.
Yeah, that was really a nice tackle by the Bulldogs. Going to turn it over on downs, Jeff, but that's okay. They hung on to the football, and so the defense is going to come out, have to play first-time Bulldogs have the ball here in the third quarter.
8:47 left in the third. Again, 7-0. You look again, though, basically from about the 20 to the other end of the field at about the 25-yard line. Between those hashes is really chewed up.
They've torn it up pretty good, Jeff. And, the rain has slowed down a little bit. It's misting, but it's a comfortable night for the temperature-wise, but the rain is just really still coming down, just that mist.
Ball carried on the play by number 33, Diffin, and he picks up about 3 yards on the play, and a whole lot of Spartans came to visit.
Yeah, had a whole bunch of hats from the green and white clad Spartans. Jeff, nice gate on the play. We'll call it second down and 6.
4-yard gain on the play.
Yeah, nice looking first down gain. One of the nicer first down gains that St. Charles has been able to have offensively. Pinconning has just been so stifling defensively. We'll find out if they can shut this down. They should get field position back around midfield again. Motion to the near side of the field. Pratt loses the ball, tries to pick it up. He's got a couple of blockers in front of him. He gets to the outside, picks up the first down and more out to the 37-yard line before he's finally brought down by Mays and also by number 14 on the play, Norman.
Yeah, Norman did another nice job right there, Jeff. But again, a little bit of an adjustment by the Bulldogs. They saw something. They're getting Pratt into the mix here, so they picked up a big first down and all the way out to the 38-yard line.
Pratt did a nice job of even recovering a low snap, was able to keep some semblance to the timing of that play. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs from St. Charles. Hand off to the near side of the field, and boy, that one was McConnell as he gets by him as he's still running.
John Norman with a big tackle. You're right. McConnell had a lot of real estate in front of him, Jeff. He tripped him up. Another good game. 3rd yard, 2nd down and 7. Bulldogs look a little more pep in their step here in the second half.
Well, you get in at halftime, you dry out a little bit, you let the coaches talk, trying to make a few adjustments, kind of get the energy level back up. And, both of these teams, as you said at the beginning of the game, Mike, only 19 players. So that's certainly a situation where late in the half and late in the game is fatigue. As they run motion to the wide side of the field, trying to come this way with Pratt. He cuts back across the grain, and he makes something out of nothing. He found a seam as the defense rotated one too many holes out, and Pratt made a nice run.
Well, he was going down the line, Jeff. He just took a peek to his left, turned left, squared up his shoulders, found that 6-hole. Good blocking, and they got a Bulldog first down.
Bulldogs really mounting their first offensive drive here of the third.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Really the first drive they've had all game. Very impressive, good adjustments, and looks like Pratt's going to carry the mail.
Well, the less you have to hang with handing off the ball, you certainly are in a much better situation. They hand that one off to Diffin, and he comes forward, maybe picks up 2 yards on a play. Great job of the defense that time from the Pinconning area Spartans. Looks like their Horwath, the linebacker, comes up and really stuffs the hole.
Seth had a nice game tonight, Jeff. He done a great job on offense, great on defense, sticking his nose in there. This time they only gave up 1, so it's 2nd down and 9. Nice job right there on the 50-yard line on that big white S for Pinconning.
Boy, it's amazing, Mike, that you can still see that big white S as that ball is just the stripe of the ball over the 50-yard line into Spartan territory. Coming to the near side of the field again, a small hole for the running back, and that looks like LaFrance. And he is met defensively by McGillen.
Hunter McGillen's had a good game tonight also, but big game right there. This is a big play right here in the third quarter, Jeff. 3rd down and 4. We've got 5:27 to go in the third quarter. The Pinconning area Spartans 7 and the Bulldogs from St. Charles 0 on homecoming night. Great halftime show by the dance team, by the band, and everybody had a great time, Jeff.
Pratt on the keeper again. He's going to pick up a couple as he is able to fall forward. Looked like McGillen again with a big stick defensively.
Ooh, that was a nice one. That was Dakota Mays stuck his 10th grade nose in there and did a nice job. Referees are going to look at it. We're going to call it 4th down and 1 for the Bulldogs.
I'll tell you, Pratt did a really nice job after a solid hit, still falling forward for another 1.5 yards. That is huge real estate right now on 4th and 1.
Good running backs always fall forward, Jeff, when they're running with the football just to get that extra yard, maybe 2. So big play right here on defense for the Spartans.
Well, plus it'll be interesting as the second half goes on. Pratt's carried the ball a whole lot. As he gets another run, he's going to pick up the first down with just enough to get it. But he's really taken a pounding, and I don't know how much he's had to run during the year, how he's going to be in the fourth quarter.
Well, you can see the halftime adjustments for the Bulldogs, Jeff. Coach Rick Weisbarth went in and said, instead of trying to hand it off all the time, we're going to get our quarterback, Michael Pratt. He's going to carry the mail. He's done a nice job so far, so they're going to lean on him right now here in the third quarter.
Well, Pinconning right now trying to make a couple of quick substitutions to try and keep people fresh. This has been a long drive, starting deep in the own end of St. Charles, as they'll come up with another 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line of the Pinconning area Spartans. Pratt's back to throw. He's got that ball down. It's underthrown. And coming back up the field from the interception at the 40, at the 45, down at the 48-yard line. I'm trying to see if that was McGillen on the backside.
Is intercepted by Pinconning.
Had a Schumann on the interception as he came back way over on the other side of the field. The numbers are getting a little bit dirty. Tough for us to see.
Well, that was a nice job by Schumann, Jeff. Turned around, saw the ball the whole way, underthrown. Big turnover for Pinconning area. They got great field of position again tonight. And you know what? I like the play call. It's just a little bit underthrown by the Bulldogs.
I love the fact that Schumann found the ball first and was able to make the adjustment.
And you gotta find the ball first. And if you find the ball, even if you're bumping the guy, they're not going to call that penalty.
Pretty good change of possession for the Pinconning area Spartans, as they'll be 1st and 10 from their own 47. View to the near side of the field, trying to turn around the corner. Boy, they absolutely have got him stymied as the defensive backs have really come up and cut the angle off on Mason View tonight.
Mason's had a tough time tonight, but you know what, Jeff, he's got a target on his back. The league knows that he's a quality football player, so they're going to key on him. So that means McGillen or a Schumann or somebody else is going to step up, and those kids have done that tonight.
So do you maybe do a little misdirection run here, a little counteraction play, as they think that he might be running the ball again, and see if you can get one of your two speed running backs.
Maybe a little reverse step by the quarterback counter. You know, who knows? But they've been in the shotgun all night.
Off to the wide side of the field. Back to pass the football. In the slot, a beautiful catch by the tight end on the play. Number 8 is Pirro. Boy, and if they hit Pirro standing up, he has got some huge real estate.
That was a nice job by Pirro hanging on to the football. You know what he was trying to do? Catch the football first, get it in, take that first down. So nice job by him, but you're right. He hits him in the a little bit higher. It's 6 points for the Spartans.
Enough to move the stick, so another 1st and 10 for the Pinconning area Spartans. Now at the 39-yard line of the Bulldogs. Twins to the near side of the field. Single to the wide side with a slot. As View looks now, he's going to have motion coming to the near side of the field. And they've only got a second left. They just got that off. As maybe a yard gain. That back judge was reaching for his flag, so it was down to 1 second.
Well, you know what? Got it off in time. Gain of 1 play, 1 yard on the play, Jeff. So 2nd down and 9 for the Spartans. Wow, under 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter.
You know, from the officiating standpoint, they have let these kids play for the most part, and it's really been a really clean, fun game to watch.
You know, we've watched a lot of games this year, Jeff, where the weather's been perfect and the referees are throwing a lot. This is a type of game where you do have a lot because it's sloppy and you're grabbing and stuff. Kids have played, both sides have played very good, clean football.
View on the keeper trying to come upfield as he tries to cut it too. He just does not have the footing to get that 225-pound frame. But I'll tell you, the defense, as you just said earlier, has really got him targeted.
Yeah, they know. Everybody knows about Mason View and his abilities, Jeff. So the league knows about him. And but you still got to keep running him, and he's going to break one of these times.
We'll find out now as we're quickly down to just over a minute left in our 3rd quarter of play. This 3rd quarter went poof. And again, Mike, we talked earlier in the ball game, when you're in a situation where we've had games that have gone into the wee hours of the morning, it felt like we needed our sleeping bags. This is a treat.
This is good. We'll be home before 10 o'clock.
Well, there's hope for that, indeed. Coming to the near side of the field with Twins. View back to pass. He's going to loft that ball downfield just over Perro's head as he drew a double team on the inside. I think the defense was pretty well tuned into what they thought the Pinconning Spartans were going to do on third down.
Good defense. A nice little check and the chuck at the line of scrimmage, Jeff. Really threw that play out of timing, and so they're going to turn it over to the Bulldogs. It's going to be fourth down for Pinconning. But, you know, a little chuck at the line within that 5 yards. They did a nice job there.
But what they did is they threw the timing of that play off because View threw that ball to a spot.
Yep. The timing was way off on that play. Like you said, View threw it to the spot, but nice job by the DB and linebackers on that double.
Pinconning coming out at least showing that they're going to go for it on fourth down here. Let's see what they've got here on the field, as they're going to have to call timeout. They're not going to get the playoff in time. They're going to have a delay of game. Now they're pretty much going to be forced to punt the football, I think.
I didn't think Coach Varsity was worried about that. He was kind of saying, that's all right, fellas, that's okay. We're going to punt on the way and pin those guys back against their own goal line.
I think they may have tried to make the defense think they were going on a quick snap count, seeing if they could get a free 5 of real estate. They really, as you said, don't lose anything by punting an extra 5 yards back. It just has a better chance of staying in the field of play.
Coach Varsity was not too upset about that. He was telling the kids, that's okay. We'll be all right. We're going to punt this way and back them up.
As they go now, Mason View with 40 ticks left in the third in punt formation. He gets that kickoff, and he does a great job of kicking that to the wide side of the field. That thing goes out of bounds at the 7-yard line, and it's going to be an excellent kick with no return.
Yeah, nice job by Mason kicking it away. Also, Jeff, got to mention congratulations to the senior class. The seniors won the float. The seniors won the Spirit Jug with a total of 727 points during Spirit Week. So, clean sweep by the seniors this year.
Senior class got a lot to be proud of. And it was nice to see Superintendent of Schools Mike View out there as he was able to put the garnish on those second and first runner-ups, as well as the homecoming queen.
Those girls are troopers tonight, Jeff. They were, it's just not a really good night, but they are out there, big smiles, so they're having a lot of fun.
First down and 10 at the 7. Pratt's going to throw that football. It's picked off by the Spartans. They might go down the sidelines. 4, 3, 2, 1. Down to the 4-yard line before he's knocked out of bounds. Boy, we're tied up here in the press box. Producer director says, back off. I got to get the picture of this down near the 3-yard line.
It doesn't matter if you're at home or up here, Jeff. She's telling you what to do. Hunter McGillen, great defense, stepped right in there, read the quarterback eyes, stepped in. Another big turnover for the Spartans. Great field position.
Couldn't have been said better than anybody like Woody Hayes. When you throw a pass, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Absolutely. That's why you like to run the football.
First and goal. They're going to officially call it the 5-yard line. The Pinconning area Spartans. Hand off to Briggs. He's up the middle. He's sniffing the goal line. He's down to about the 1-yard line as he was tripped up by number 33 on the play.
Stiffing in on the tackles, but again, in this type of weather, Jeff, you need big plays not only by your offense, by your defense, and it's going to be second and goal for the Spartans.
That'll be the end of our third quarter of play. The Pinconning Spartans 7, the St. Charles Bulldogs nothing. Knock it on the door. Back for the last 12 in just a moment here on Bay County TV.
AAA Transport and Limousine is the Great Lakes Bay region's most reliable and requested transportation service. For over a decade, we have been helping our clients to get to their destination on time, in style, and comfort. AAA's services include non-emergency medical transport, wheelchair accessible, school transportation, and shuttle services. We strive to provide exceptional customer service and tailor our fleet to meet your individual needs. Rest assured that you are in safe hands when you ride with AAA Transport and Limousine. To set up your next appointment, give us a call at 989-893-8294.
Back here with the first play of the fourth quarter. Jeff Doden, Mike Guazdala along with you. Handoff up the middle, and St. Charles had that thing absolutely stiffed out.
Yeah, Briggs on the carry, Jeff. He had no place to go. Just underway here in the fourth quarter, 7-0 Pinconning. And Nice job by the Bulldogs. Defensive penetration broke it down.
That'll bring up third.
Well, you know exactly what the Bulldogs are going to do defensively. They're going to pinch all A, B, and C gaps inside and force Pinconning to try and score outside.
I have a little halfback pass right here. Huh? Well, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Just my thought.
I say 7 drive.
That would be good, too.
View back to pass, throwing it across the middle. The ball is tipped and nearly intercepted. That ball doesn't get tipped by a linebacker, Mike. That is right in the hands of the Pinconning Spartans for a touchdown.
He was wide open, but good job by the Bulldogs tipping that pass, Jeff. Coach Ovas is looking back, and they're going to go for it here on 4th down. No, they're going to try a field goal.
Boy, if they get this field goal and go up by 2 scores in the final 11-10 of the ballgame, I think that they are thinking they'd be in pretty good shape.
They make this field goal, and it's going to be very tough under the conditions for the Bulldogs to come back. But we saw some nice things by St. Charles. They moved the football in the 3rd quarter.
Well, you're at a spot on the field, too, where you've got some halfway decent footing, and that's exactly what happened. The snap was wet, and it was a little low. It couldn't be picked up. And the Bulldogs survive a great defensive stand because it was 1st and goal at the 1.
That was a nice job by St. Charles. That is a big points not getting on that board. Like you said, 2 scores. They get up 10-0. They might have to start the Bluebird. They'll quit the Bulldogs, but they're going to start warming it up.
But it's going to be very interesting to see because, again, what you're going to have here is the Pinconning Spartans are going to strive to get them 3 and out so that they can get the ball on the St. Charles side of the 50 again.
That Pinconning defense has been stingy, but Bulldogs came out with a little different look, so they played well here in the second half.
Pratt with a seam gets to the outside. He turns the corner. He's at the 35, at the 40-yard line before he's knocked out of bounds. And oftentimes after a big stop defensively, it breathes a little life into the offense with a huge 1st down run by Pratt.
Yeah, and Pratt's had a nice second half, Jeff. They really shut him down in the first half, but the second half, that young man played some inspiring football.
We'll find out now as they officially mark that ball right at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs from St. Charles. As the rain is still lightly falling, but the part of the field that they're on right now is pretty well chewed up. We'll see what happens. Pratt gets the offensive line set. McConnell, the ball carrier, he bangs forward. He gets 7 on the play out to the 47-yard line as Diffin is starting to make the holes happen there as well.
In on the tackle is Dystevich, and nice job by Diffin to really find a nice hole. Big gain, 2nd down and 3.
And 3 for the Bulldogs.
Boy, I'll tell you, it is interesting right now the way the momentum shifted just 2 plays offensively, and already at the 47-yard line, already near midfield. Pratt hands that ball off, another 1st down and more. Breaking tackles down to the 37-yard line, and the Bulldogs are feeling a little momentum change here.
McConnell is a load, Jeff. I was watching him with the binoculars. He's just running north and south. He's doing a nice job. But again, it's a whole different looking Bulldog team here in the second half.
The only thing they haven't been able to do in the second half is hit pay dirt, as the Spartans are going to need to come up with a big play. But, the touchdown will be one thing. It'll be the conversion of the extra point or 2 points that could make the very difference in this football game.
That's tough. You got to remember the conditions are tough. And as you saw in the field goal for Pinconning, it just slipped through the holder's hands.
As again, Pratt's going to come to the near side of the field. He's got another small seam. He's going to pick up maybe 4 yards down to the 34-yard line before he's brought down defensively. Horwath with the tackle.
Horwath had a nice game tonight, Jeff, for the Pinconning area Spartans. Another nice gain on 1st down. We've talked about it many times. You get 4 on 1st down. What's that do? Kind of opens up that playbook a little bit.
It opens it up a whole lot. You can run a whole lot because you only need a couple of yards on 2nd down to give yourself a 3rd and very manageable. as Pratt again is using those two backs just as power backs. Now they hand off this time on that play to McConnell. And McConnell banks forward for a gain of about 4 down to the 31. They're at 3rd and 2 again. They're taking 3, 4, 5 yards a chunk every single play.
And this clock keeps running, Jeff. And so at 8:54 and counting, Bulldogs really look like a different team, made some great adjustments at halftime, and with Pratt and McConnell. And let's give a little love to the big fellas up front on that offensive line.
Those big hogs, too, and you look over on the sideline, there's only a half a dozen players over there for St. Charles as well. Pratt, again, he stumbles in the backfield. Great defensive penetration and a 2-yard loss.
Well, it was like a zoned read. Pratt read McConnell into the line. He pulled it out. He wanted to foul McConnell. Good penetration. It's going to be 4th down and about 5 for the Bulldogs. Nice job by the Spartans on D.
And Mother Nature starting to become a factor as the light mist has turned into a light rain again, as we just can't quite shake it. I can't wait to referee my 2 games tomorrow in the ever so soggy conditions. Pratt on 4th down. He comes forward. He's got the first down as he gets down to the 26-yard line. Boy, they are just using Pratt to run behind the 2 running backs who really pick a hole, and whichever running back gets to the linebacker first, Pratt reads that block and goes inside or out.
Well, and there's nothing fancy about the blocking, Jeff, by the offensive line. It's just head on inside and through. If there's somebody on you, you take them. If there's somebody on the inside, you take them. Nobody on you, you go find somebody in a green jersey. Nothing fancy about what the Bulldogs are doing right now.
Pratt again on 1st down. That handoff goes on the play to number 30, McConnell. As, again, you're looking at about 4 yards on 1st down. It's McGillen steps up defensively on the tackle.
Yeah, nice running by McConnell, Jeff. And again, he's not doing anything fancy. He's just looking for a little bit of a seam, and it doesn't take much for that young man. He's a load, and he falls forward like running back should.
7 minutes and 15 seconds left in our 4th quarter. This has just been a Chuck Knox ground chuck 4th quarter, as St. Charles has been able to make it happen as they're down the field. Motion now to the wide side of the field. Pratt's going to try and run that thing to the wide side of the field. He sidesteps the first, but the defensive pursuit after about a 2-yard gain just shy of the 20-yard line. As the rain continues to intensify, and we're going to have a timeout on the field, I believe. St. Charles, we're going to take a break and be back in a moment here on Bay County TV.
So your car is getting towed and you're not sure where to take it? Try Village Towing and Auto Repair. Our expert mechanics are here to help assist you with all your repair needs. We have over 30 years of experience with motor vehicles, so you know you're getting the best work that you can find. Stop by the shop at 2377 South Huron Road in Coquitlam, or give us a call at 989-684-9607.
Back here in the 4th quarter, Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala along with you. The scoreboard says it all, Mike.
That took the words right out of my mouth, but I was going to say that too.
Great minds thinking alike, yet and still. Here we got a big 3rd down and 4-yard to go situation. Pratt gets motion. Pratt's trying to go to the near side of the field and turn the corner. Look at the big fella chug around the corner. They had him stopped at the line of scrimmage, and he gets right down near that 1st down marker.
Yeah, he's going to be really close to that first. I think they're going to give it to him. Oh, maybe not. He might be a skosh short, Jeff. I think it's going to be 4th down and about the length of a football for a 1st down.
Boy, and as a defense, you like to think they're going to just sell out on the run, but you got to just play gap responsibility.
Key right now is clean snap. Wet football. Quarterbacks, if that's going to be a sneak, it's out of the shotgun, but you know what? You can always do that.
Pratt up the middle, breaks through. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He's into the end zone. It's a St. Charles Bulldog touchdown.
Oh, wow.
Man, I'll tell you what. He got a block, and he just ran forward and kept the legs churning, broke a couple of arm tackles, and now is the most important play of the ballgame, the conversion. Are they going to go for 1 or are they going to go for 2?
Senior Michael Pratt has sure been the difference for the Bulldogs here in the second half, Jeff.
We'll find out. Looks like they're going to go for 2 points right now. Uh-oh. You know what they're calling for right now? They are calling for the Village Towing key play of the ball game. Oh, look at, they got a little hook and ladder here, and I think maybe the St. Charles team thought they could catch Penny in a little something, but we're going to take a break and come back and see if we can put this thing under wraps in a moment on Bay County TV.
You treat your family with extraordinary care every day, which is why when it comes to their health, more of you choose Covenant Healthcare. We specialize in extraordinary care, from diagnosis to recovery, from babies to grandparents. Learn more about our extraordinary bariatrics program. Sign up for our free seminar.
Back here on Bay County TV, Jeff Doan and Mike Wasdala, the producer, says we're on that St. Chuck's team. We're over there trying to read lips so that we can get inside the huddle to figure out what they're going to call, Coach.
Well, when the director says this is where we're going, that's where we're going.
Yes, indeedly-do. Here it is. This is the play of the ball game. Pratt's got 2 in front of him. Motion to the near side of the field. I don't think that guy will have anything to do with the play. Pratt comes forward. He's sniffing the goal line. I do not think he gets in. He does. That last push gets him into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good. Timeout in the field. I think they only have 8 and not 9, but it's 8-7. And we'll be back in just a minute for the final 6:22 here on Bay County TV.
You're up. There's an old saying, you can never have too many officials. The age of the average official is 52 and getting older all the time. We're constantly recruiting new people, younger people to join us. After you register with the MHSAA, look on the website to find an officials association near you. They'll put you in a position to succeed as an official. We all learned a lot from high school sports, and officiating is a great way to give back to the game. There's help wanted, just whistle.
Touchdown, Cowfield.
As we come back, looking at the St. Charles fan base, Mike, they finally got something to get excited about. Pinconning is going to have their hands full here as they're going to pick the ball up at about their own 19-yard line. Trying to come forward, McGillen cuts to the outside, and he makes a couple of people miss, but he runs out of real estate over at about the 34-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Pinconning area Spartans.
Hey, Jeff, couple thank yous to some of our great sponsors, AAA Transport, Covenant Healthcare, and Village Towing, and the official apparel provider of Bay County TV, our great friends out at, you know what I'm talking about.
Shirts, mugs, and
more.
Oh, so much more. As they do it all out there for us, all our apparel at Bay County TV. Jeff and the gang are awesome out there.
Custom screen printing, custom embroidery. They do a great job, and we appreciate their efforts. And we got our nice coats on tonight, so we've been nice and toasty warm up here tonight.
Well, we got our Eden Pure going below us, too. That doesn't hurt. Oh, Natalie, the producer-director, reminds us it came out of her room. It's her Eden Pure. So Mason View's going downfield. He's got a wide open receiver downfield. It's complete at the 40-yard line to number 14. That is Norman.
Woo! John Norman, little twisting around, catching the football, and Mason View. What a great looking spiral. Big play to start their drive. Big first down for the Pinconning area Spartans.
26 yards of real estate on that pass. Really flipped the field with 6:05 left in the ballgame. Oh, here comes the big fella churning out of the field. Number 51 himself. Oh, as he cruises back to the side of the field. Look at the spring Bones has in his step.
What? He's a nimble old man.
Oh, he was just hoping he could put the brakes on when he got to the sideline with all that inertia. And back to the pass. View with a big gain. He makes a couple of misses. He's got 12. He's got 13. He's down to the 26-yard line. As we are in a situation now where the Spartans are saying, don't look now, but we got a little something left in our tank as well.
Mason View got bottled up all game right there, Jeff. He finally broke one. Got the big first down for the Spartans. Really nice drive right here for Pinconning area.
Love the fact that Coach Levasseur knows that kid's a game player and a game breaker. He keeps calling his name because he knows he'll come through.
Well, and you got to keep with your game plan, and that's part of their game plan. Mason was going to carry the ball tonight, and he knew he was going to break one. It was a big time right there to break one.
Well, it's easier to break one after you have a nice pass, too, so the defense certainly doesn't know. View is able to pick it up. He gets back to about the line of scrimmage. And again, that's a low snap, and that is a direct result of a wet pigskin.
That was a good job by View picking that up. No gain on the play. That's a break for the Spartans. 5 minutes, let's go 4:58 and counting, Jeff, in the football game. The St. Charles Bulldogs 8 and the Pinconning area Spartans 7. It's been a good football game. Really has.
Well, and it's been very, very efficiently played as both of these teams have used predominantly runs. And even the safety, look at him. He's back in linebacker position right now. So there's the potential for a pass right up over the top. As View is going to hand that ball off. Little bit of real estate inside, maybe down to the 22-yard line, a gain of about 3. It's going to be 3rd down and 7 yards to go. Still, even at another 5 yards, probably just outside of field goal range.
Briggs with another nice gain right there, Jeff. But, you're looking at offensive line doing a nice job. You look at St. Charles defense, they've got about 8 to 9 guys in the box, but they got one-on-one out here on the near side of the field. So take a peek at that.
Well, I know the coaching staff up here sees that safety is pulling up into the linebacker. So with no support over the top, we'll see what Pinconning calls here on 3rd down. View does a nice job. He's got people coming from behind that he didn't know. Look at a big fella. Put the shoulder down. Pick up the extra 2 at the end. And it's now going to be 4th down and 3 yards to go. And this could be the play of the ball game right here with 3:35 left in the game.
Big tackle by number 24, Cody Kostick for the Bulldogs, Jeff. 4th down and a long 4 for Pinconning with exactly 3:26 to go in the football game.
Here could be the play of the game. Twins to the wide side of the field. Single wide receiver. Boy, that skinny post is wide open on 4th down right now if they choose to run that pass. And we're going to have a timeout of the field by Coach Levasseur as he got a chance to see the defensive formation. They'll talk things over. They'll come up with a big play on 4th down. We'll be back in a moment to see what that call is right here on Bay County TV.
Ow, ow, ouch! My hip, my knee, my joints feel out of whack. Ow, ow, oh my! The pain, I can't take it anymore.
Back here, Jeff Doan and Mike Guazdala along with you. Natalie Doan on the camera under the watchful eye of Jared Doan. We're here tonight minus the grouse hunter up in the UP, Nick Page. Hope he's having fun. You're missing a great game, Nick. As it's 4th down now and about 4 yards to go. View back. He's able to corral that high pass. Pass out on the field. It's completed to 10. Down to the 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. McGillen's into the end zone. It's the Pinconning area. Spartan touchdown! Woo-wee!
Nice.
That was absolutely a direct result of the safety rotating up. They utilized that area on the field that the safety could not come over and cover. Great play call by the offense.
You don't know how hard that is to catch a football. First to throw it rolling out your left or right-hand quarterback in the weather condition. Catch that and have the gumption to take it in the end zone. What a great call by Coach Levasseur. Perfect play by that football team.
Got to go for 2 now because 1 is only going to put you up by 6. So this is what the sheet says is Prody call. As View is going to look things over. Look at the defense all spread out now. View could run up the middle. View slips as he tries to come to the near side of the field, and the conversion is no good. Oh, but it doesn't matter. Looking at the scoreboard, the Pinconning area Spartans 13, I can't even say it. St. Charles 8. Back in a moment for the last 3 minutes on Bay County TV.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
As we look at Pinconning breaking the huddle on the kick, Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala along with you. 3 minutes and 3 timeouts left for the St. Charles Bulldogs. As there'll be a medium depth kick taken at the 25-yard line by the Bulldogs. Nothing too fancy. They're just hanging on to the football and coming forward. Was that our McConnell?
No, that was Michael.
Number 20.
Number 20. Sorry, Jeff. Menzel, did you see the way he was hanging on to that football? There was no way he was dropping that ball.
He had 3 arms on that football. He was running choppy steps. He knew he wanted to just get that thing as far forward as he could and fall forward. Actually, a great starting field position for St. Chuck's.
Yeah, they're going to be on their own 40-yard line, Jeff. 2:56 to go in the football game. Great football game here on homecoming night for the Spartans.
Boy, back down to a light mist here as the rain has subsided again. Pratt is back. Pratt's trying to look to get around the corner. He breaks a couple of tackles. He gets to the outside, and he's got one player to beat. He gets down the sidelines, finally pulled down at the 12-yard line with 2:44 left. Is that Schumann that got back there at the end?
Yeah, that was number 20. Blake Schumann got a great angle on him, but again, Pratt doing a great job here in the second half, Jeff. Big first down for St. Charles.
He broke a couple of tackles, and he just turned down the Benny and the Jets after that.
He got knocked out of bounds. That's going to stop the clock. 2:44 to go in the football game. Pinconning 13 and the Bulldogs 8.
Well, the Satan's forward momentum was stopped in bounds because the clock did start at 2.5 left in the ballgame. Pratt, I don't know if he'll run again after that long run. He probably needs to catch his breath. Yep, they're going to hand that ball off here on the near side. Again, falling forward as the offense gets in there and pushes that pile forward for the final couple of yards. McConnell, the ball carrier, he's going to pick up about 5 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 5 with 2:15 left in this roller coaster.
That's exactly. Yeah, highs and lows for both squads, Jeff. But again, a nice run by McConnell, gain of 5 on the play, and they can still get a first down before they put it in the end zone.
Just under 2 minutes right now, $1:55 and counting. That big offensive line trying to create some holes. Pinconning trying to get stingy on defense. Pratt has the handoff once again to McConnell, and he bangs forward down to about the 5. So it's going to be 3rd down and 2 right now, and I think Coach Lavasser's got to have a timeout so that he can save some time in case St. Chuck scores.
Yeah, that's a good timeout by Coach Lavasser with $1:37 to go in the football game.
We'll take a quick break and be back for the last $1:37 here on Bay County TV.
Sports give so many opportunities to kids. It gives them an opportunity to see where they fit within a team, persevere, understanding how to work with different personalities. Those are the lessons that will make you a successful adult. As a mom, you have to have an understanding of what concussions are.
Concussions are things that are treatable. If we take care of athletes, they will be able to develop and have a long, happy, healthy life.
Back for the last $1:37 of the ball game for the first time tonight. On defense is Mason View. He's fresh. He's going to be shooting a gap. Will he be able to get at Pratt? I know he's going to be hawking him.
I'll tell you what, 3rd down, Jeff. The ball's on the 5, 3 yards to go. But you look over there, that's a long, I'm going to call that almost 4 yards before that first down for the Bulldogs.
That is going to be an interesting chunk of real estate. Trying to look to see where View is at on the field. He is going to be coming from that far side, and you know he's going to be coming with a full steam. Pratt's got motion coming to the wide side of the field. Trying to roll up the field. He is hit and shut down at the 5-yard line. And I'm trying. McGillen comes up. So it's going to be 4th down and a short 3. What are you saying there, Coach?
Well, I think it's the Village towing key play of the game.
We'll have to wait as St. Charles calls a timeout. Back in a minute for the last 1:16 here on Bay County TV.
Village Towing and Auto Repair of Kaukaulin and Bay City is here to help you in your hour of need with fast and friendly service. With over 30 years of towing experience, we know how to get the job done quickly and safely. From big to small, we do it all. Give us a call at 989-684-9607 for all your towing needs.
What's that?
That's not chestnuts roasting over an open fire. That's not Santa on his sleigh. That is the Village Towing. Keep playing the game coming up right here. Pinconning defense. They've had a blow and an opportunity to get fresh. St. Charles thinks they've got the call of the game on 4th down and a short 3. Pratt's got a couple of backs in front of him. You know they're going to run power. You know that they're coming right up the middle of the field. Pratt's down. He's very close to that first down marker. He did not keep his hands on the football, and the Pinconning area Spartans are going to shut the door on the St. Charles Bulldogs. St. Chuck's has got 2 timeouts left. You're going to run one play, and then I believe you're going to be able to go VICTORY. You know why. Wow. What a ball game tonight. And it's not over yet because we still have got to have some clean snaps, and we've got a wet football. The MVP right now has got to be Bones out there making sure he's got a dry pigskin on the field.
Well, again, talk about big plays and turnovers, Jeff. The punt in the first half, Pinconning scored. Big fumble by the Bulldogs deep in Pinconning territory. They jumped all over it. So those 2 key plays, the Village Towing 2 key plays of the game.
Has it's been just fun stuff. Mason View now is going to come up under center, and he's going to take a knee. And the St. Charles coaches, I believe, are going to let it roll here as they did not get the clock started. As the ready for play normally starts about 12 to 15 seconds after the completion of the play. So they'll have to kick this thing off, Mike, at about the 32-second mark.
And then I think that'll be it, Jeff. It's going to be a great win for the Pinconning Spartans. Boy, both teams played really, really hard. It was an outstanding football game, fun to watch, great crowd, not great weather, but what a fun football game for everybody.
Your final score for Homecoming 2018. The visiting.
Boy, it really shocks me that deep in the field that St. Charles is going to take timeouts home on their bus.
Yeah, I thought they'd call it their timeouts, at least make it a little bit interesting, but what a great win for Pinconning.
The hometown homecoming crowd is going to be elated as we look at it. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 and 0.
That's all there is.
There isn't any more. The final score in our ball game: the Pinconning area Spartans 13 and the St. Charles Bulldogs 8. Back in a minute to put the wraps on this one on Bay County TV.
AAA Transport and Limousine is the Great Lakes Bay region's most reliable and requested transportation service. For over a decade, we have been helping our clients to get to their destination on time, in style, and comfort. AAA's services include non-emergency medical transport, wheelchair accessible, school transportation, and shuttle services. We strive to provide exceptional customer service and tailor our fleet to meet your individual needs. Rest assured that you are in safe hands when you ride with AAA Transport and Limousine. To set up your next appointment, give us a call at 989-893-8294.
Back here for the post-game show, the very jubilant homecoming crowd at Pinconning has to lose some fingernails in the process, but comes around with a big win in the end.
That was a good win for the Pinconning Spartans, Jeff. Both teams played really well, and it was a game of opportunities for both teams. St. Charles took advantage of some things, but the big opportunity was by the Spartans. They came away with a 13-8 win.
They had a goal line stand that really turned the outcome of this ball game, because a game that we thought for a long time looked like it would be a 7-0 game. There were 3 big scores late in this ball game.
Well, and you look at what they did, the adjustments St. Charles did. They went to Pratt. Michael Pratt was going to carry the mail, the quarterback for St. Charles. He was the man in the second half, did a great job, but Pinconning figured a way out to win, and Pratt burped it up at the end of the game. Pinconning jumped over all over that football. Big win for the Spartans.
Well, I don't know if Pratt burped it up or he realized he was short of the first down and did the only thing he could, hoping that they might be able to pick up an extra half a yard on that. I don't know that high school kids ponder that or not, but I'll tell you what. When you saw the look on those Pinconning area Spartans coming off the field looking at this, still pretty good crowd here under the circumstances from the bad weather tonight. There's going to be a whole lot of celebrating in town tonight.
It's going to be a lot of fun, and kids will have a little pep in their step at the dance tomorrow night, Jeff, with that big victory. But, it was a good crowd. St. Charles was a very boisterous crowd. But you know what? Pinconning did the things that they had to do under the conditions to win this football game. And when you look at this game, not a lot of flags out there. Referees did a nice job. Kids played hard under very difficult conditions. It was fun to watch. It really was.
After some tough losses early in the year, I really think that Dave Levasseur and his staff have done a phenomenal job of keeping these kids working hard and focused on the goal.
Well, we saw them against St. Louis. We thought they looked really good up against St. Louis when we were up here. They did a really nice job against St. Charles. They go to Nouvelle next week to play the Panthers. Mike Boyd and his team is always really good, so that'll be a good test for them. But I think this is a good win for the future and something to build on. You got 24 hours. It's homecoming, so we're going to give them 24 hours now and to have a good time with it. But this is a nice win late in the season for Pinconning.
Well, I'll tell you, a lot of people go home happy tonight. It was a great, hard-fought, well-played football game. Hats off and congratulations to the Pinconning area Spartans on behalf of the whole crew tonight. I'm Jeff Doan along with Mike Guasdala. Natalie Doan, she did a little directing, a little producing, a little camera work, but it was all under the watchful eye of Jared Doan tonight. So great group tonight, minus Nick, who's up north having a little weekend fun. We miss him, but wish him the best.
Yeah, we did have a lot of fun. Next time we're on the air, we're going out to Essexville Garber. Garber's going to play the Shepherd Blue Jays, and I think that's going to be their homecoming, if I'm not mistaken. So that'll be a lot of fun, and a big weekend for you, my friend. We got some fun going on at the Bay County Sports Hall of Fame, and again, congratulations on your President Award. And I'm looking forward to seeing you on Sunday at the Hall of Fame banquet.
Well, I'm looking forward to the guy that's going to be introducing me, and he's standing to my right. But it'll be a great honor, and we're going to have a great weekend. We're going to look forward to finishing off the regular season in style. Have a great night, one and all.
We'll see you at Garber.